So I love the idea of the daily vlog thing, and I have thought about it a couple times, and I've even considered, well, I've actually even done a couple back in the day on crappier gear and everything else. And I'm not investing in a bunch of gear right now because I've got an iPhone. You might as well start there. And if this takes off or if this goes anywhere that's interesting or it actually tweaks my interest enough to keep with it, then we'll look at buying some GoPros and work our way from there. But anyways, in San Francisco today, and that is always interesting. I moved to Wyoming in August to get into wild spaces and out of cities and find some solitude and find some space that's more conducive to me. And work brings me back to cities, and that's not bad. But San Francisco is always interesting to me because this isn't the type of city that I'd necessarily choose or go to. But all that said, I'm here. So, on these vlogs, I think I'm going to kind of focus on an idea for a day type deal and play with it a little bit. The idea for today is that generally you can have an amazing product, you can have even a pretty amazing business, especially if those products or businesses are something that people need, whether it is toothpaste to keep your teeth clean or it's interpretation to run your business, or it's some next gen technology that enables other technologies to actually work and to be reliable. It doesn't matter. If you've got a product that other people need and that is sticky, then there's a lot of value to that. But businesses are hard and products are hard, and over time I continue to evaluate my or reevaluate my view of the world. I've helped design products. I've helped run products, being companies. I've tried to launch my own product, and this stuff is hard. It's hard from the perspective because you need more than a market. You need more than stickiness. You need more than something that everybody desperately needs. What you need is you need things like leadership. You need capital. You need sales. You need um, the right people on at the right times, and that's very, very key to it. You you need to be able to make sure that the people who start it know when it's time to move on. You need to make sure that the people you bring on in the midterm, people like me, who are very blunt instruments, who know how to get things done, get the things done they need, and that when it's time for them to move on, they move on. This is a healthy paradigm in the modern workforce. There's not a lot of people who spend 20, 30 years anymore in one job. Those who can, cool, awesome. Maybe you've started something and you can do it. That's not been my experience so far. But generally, not everybody is right for every stage of a company. So there's just a lot of challenges with this. And so many of those challenges are things that I watch all of us tweet about and write about and fight with on a day to day basis of the fact that, oh, the network's garbage, or oh, the software's garbage, or oh, the sales team sucks. These are just symptoms to problems. And running companies, running products, like I said, is notoriously difficult. It's why so many companies fail. I have so many thoughts around how to make this better and so many thoughts around how to actually move this. But generally, like I said, let's stick to some basic thoughts today or on these things. And that is that just having a product that people need that is sticky and that could even be selling well isn't a guarantee for success. Might riff on this a little bit more. I don't want these things to go a whole lot longer than 10 minutes, especially in this first trial, but yeah, we'll kind of see where these things go, and maybe I'll have some insights as I go through these meetings this week. Anyways, thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Here we are at the end of first day out here in San Francisco, and earlier today I addressed the fact that, man, things are just hard. That it's not about market share, that it's not about just going out and saying we have a product that people need, that things are just hard. So a lot of meetings today and a lot of discussion about how to do really cool things and how to move things forward, where I'm at now, which is Sauce Labs. And
I just keep thinking back to my experience. Our experiences are a string of things that lead us up to where we are now, and there's value in all those experiences, and there's value in us bringing that to other places. You also bring a lot of bias with that, and that bias is what has had me really asking a lot of hard questions in the last year. Man, it's going to be kind of a tangent, but that's fine. So, prior to coming to Sauce Labs, one of my perspectives was that you walk into environments and you find things like environments that are rapidly growing with router on a stick architectures with like ISRs. And for those who don't know that, it's a really bad network architecture for doing anything that has any type of sustainability or throughput or reliability or anything else. It's a very small branch office thing. You go and you fix that, and you're fixing it, and you're frustrated, and you're finding all these other issues like people assigning, public IP addresses inside private environments for things like United.com, so nobody in the entire company can book tickets to United.com. Or you come into environments where you find that people have done things like just giant /16s, and these you want to assume malice, and you want to assume that it's laziness, and you want to assume that people just were too stupid to know better, and that's just not the case. I talked a little bit about this in the Data Knots podcast that I did with Ethan and Chris, and where it's like, it's not about malice, it's about people are doing the best they can. People are starting cool things in their garages or in an incubator, and they're hiring their friends because their friends know what an IP address is. And next thing you know, you're 8 years on, and a major bank is coming to you and asking for security audits and stuff, or in other situations, you've got major hospitals who are suddenly expecting you to have certain standards in place, or you're at a consulting group and you've sold them a product and they expect you to have deep knowledge on that product, and you've just honestly got a punt, and you bust your ass to move forward and to get things done. But in the back of your mind during all that time, or at least in the back of my mind, maybe I'm just petty, is the fact that you're like, the people before me were dumb. What I have learned here is those people were not dumb. Those people were doing the best they could do with what they had, just like I am now. And maybe because of my experience, maybe because I'm overly arrogant, maybe because I'm just willing to jump into deeper water, don't know what it is, I tend to hit organizations at this phase where they need to solve big problems quickly to move forward. And that doesn't make people before me dumb, doesn't make the people who were here from the beginning dumb. It just makes us all doing the best we can. And at the end of the day, I go back to what I said this morning when I first started this, that this is hard, and that it takes more than market share, and it takes more than sales, and it takes more than a sticky product. It takes all of it, plus an incredible amount of luck in leadership, in planning, and more luck, and lots and lots and lots of more luck to win, no matter who you are. Whether you're Facebook, whether you're Google, whether you're Amazon, whether you're any of the places I've worked, you just got to bust your ass and hope for snake eyes. So with that, have a good night, everybody. Thanks.